Idaho murder suspect Brian Kohberger will be back in a Latah County courtroom tomorrow morning. The next step in what could be a long legal process. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk reports tonight.
We aren't expecting a whole lot to happen during tomorrow's status hearing. The suspect will not enter a plea. It's really just a hearing to schedule future court proceedings. We spoke to a trial lawyer about what's to come and what challenges Kohberger's defense could have given the national interest in the case. As classes resume at the University of Idaho for the start of spring semester, the suspect in the stabbing deaths of 4 students will return to Latah County Court tomorrow morning, a week after a judge read the charges against him, letting the 28-year-old know he could face the death penalty if convicted.
The desire to want to bring closure to this matter quickly is an understandable and natural instinct. But from experience, time will benefit everyone.
Mo Hammoudi is a trial lawyer and an adjunct professor at the Seattle University School of Law. He says even after tomorrow's status hearing, there still has to be an arraignment where the defendant will enter a plea of guilty or not guilty.
After that date, the prosecutor's office has 60 days to file a formal notice that it intends to seek the death penalty in a case. And it can only seek the death penalty if a variety of factors are met.
In Idaho, not every convicted murderer is eligible for the death penalty. There must be aggravating factors.
If, by way of example, the crime was committed in a particularly heinous manner, or the crime involved more than one death, or if the crime occurred in the commission of a felony like a burglary.
If prosecutors seek the death penalty, the legal process could take even longer. Hammoudi says with any homicide case, publicity can pose a challenge. He wasn't surprised to see a judge issue a gag order.
More important to prevent prejudicial information from reaching the jury pool, especially because this is such a small county.
Hammoudi says the defense or a judge may consider a change of venue, holding the trial in a different county. But finding an unbiased jury could still be challenging since people around the country are still talking about the case. As reported by CBS News, Kohberger's neighbor says Kohberger spoke to him about the murders days after they happened.
He brought it up in conversation, asked if I had heard about the murders, which I did, and then he said, yeah, it seems like they have no leads.
Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.